Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utangsu and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at SuperValue Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Good evening, everyone. We welcome you inside the Schaefer Center here off Washington Street in beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana, for tonight's all-important WHAC matchup between the Indiana Tech Warriors and 13th ranked Lawrence Tech. Take a look at the standings right now. Both teams dead even at the WHAC as they both come in at 7-3, not 2-3, 7-3 in the regular season in WHAC play. And a win could push one over the other as it stands right now. Or we should say for Indiana Tech, a must-win to at least try to go even on the season series, of which that Other tiebreakers would be broken out, and an opportunity for the Warriors to try to push themselves firmly in that 3 spot. Other teams at the top of the table, Bethel still 10-0, Lourdes 10-1 on the regular season. So, again, an opportunity to but nearly all but assure you have a chance of hosting a home game in the WHAC tournament. We welcome you back to the Schaefer Center. It's been a little bit, hasn't it? Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. Yes, the Warriors come into this one 12-7, had a great trip out to Arizona. Continue to try to pad their record as well as they could, coming in at 12-7 in the regular season. But no changes in who you expect to lead in scoring. Nolan Bosley continuing to lead the way in assists, 572. Dylan Poehler at 221. 2K Christian Cold at 30 aces on the season. Zach Carnes at 77 blocks. Ryan Kosler with 96 digs on the season. Meanwhile, Lawrence Tech that come in 11-4 in the regular season, 7-3 in WHAC play. A Lawrence Tech team that is looking to obviously build off the non-con schedule as well as they can for the moment, and they do it with some key returners on the schedule, or on the docket, we should say. Mario Cid, the Barcelona native, with 132 kills. Pedro Aguilar with 486 assists. It's going to be the difference tonight. With having Aguilar again up the middle to try to pitch it up to get his attackers ready to go. He has 486 assists on the season. Gustavo Machado with 27 aces. 48 blocks for Yegor Volkov, and Pedro Aguilar again coming in with digs, 78 on the season for the Blue Devils. Crowd continuing to file in here. We know you may be watching other games going on right now, of a different ball, we should say, but nonetheless, we're happy you're with us here tonight. Has Indiana Tech an opportunity to try to affirm all but third place. Lawrence Tech looking to do the same. With a win tonight, they could sweep the season series over the Warriors. But if Indiana Tech wins tonight, it'll create a little bit more chaos coming in to postseason play. After all, we are, 3 weeks away from postseason play. And the Warriors still trying to find for an at-large bid. Lawrence Tech coming in at the number 13 team in the country in the latest NAIA polls. So we will step aside. Have your starting rotations coming up in just a moment. You are watching Indiana Tech men's volleyball on the Indiana Tech Digital Network.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students, teaching the students the theory that they needed and also the practical applications.
Very practically, what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with, we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation.
Just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and
learning helps students to work together in a group and be hands-on with their the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech are, to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved an increasing number of international students. So I think if we can expose students to different ideas, different cultures, again, it makes them that much more competitive in the marketplace.
In the Fort Wayne area, we have lots of large companies, BAE Systems, Fort Wayne Metals, General Motors, Raytheon, Harris Corporation, and the list goes on. We have a lot of employers that want our engineering students.
Indiana Tech, I think, continues to serve students even beyond their graduation. We really strive to keep in touch with our alumni on a personal level just to see how they're doing, but then also they want to give back to the university because of the experiences they've had here, so they want to provide opportunities for other students here as well.
Being introduced here at the Schaefer Center as we welcome you back inside. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us again. Single camera setup you will have here tonight, so we will not be moving one way or the other, but we'll give you the best action as best as we can here this evening. Starting lineups look a little bit like this for the Indiana Tech Warriors. Again, they will be in their Orange Crush uniforms tonight. The starting lineup looks like this. Number 2, Dylan Poore. Number 1 in Zach Carnes, number 3 in Nolan Bosley, number 24, Ben Rosno, number 20 in Logan Gieske, and number 25 in Logan Gamero. Libero tonight going to be number 6 in Ryan Klosser. Meanwhile, for Lawrence Tech, the starting rotation looks a little bit like this. You have Pedro Aguilar wearing number 10, the setter who's made a lot of noise this season for this Blue Devil team. We have number 11 in Akeem Asul, number 4 in Yegor Volkov, number 5 in Gustavo Machado, number 6 in Noah Lipman, and number 19 in Mario Cid. And the libero tonight, if we can get a good look at the blue jersey from our vantage point, will likely be number 3, Paul Coupons. And it will be indeed be number 3, Paul Coupons. Going to be the libero in blue here tonight. So Lawrence Tech, they're going to be in the black jerseys, blue numbers, white trim on the board. Meanwhile, Indiana Tech, no surprise, they're going to be in the Orange Crush jerseys as you see the men jumping around the circle to get things going here tonight. Well, the Warriors again and the Blue Devils both know that this is an all-important matchup that they both need here tonight. As the Blue Devils, if they win tonight, they go 2-0 in the regular season over Indiana Tech and would all but assure third place in the WHAC. However, if Indiana Tech were to win, it would create a little more chaos moving forward. And again, as we mentioned, it's been 3 weeks since we have last spoken to you here on the Indiana Tech Digital Network. And you have missed quite a bit, quite frankly. But the Warriors moving up to that 3 line, something certainly to keep in mind. So let's tell you what you've missed since then. A gut-wrenching 3-2 loss against Lourdes back on March 3rd. But a 3-1 win over Mount Vernon Nazarene back on the 6th. And then in Arizona, going 2-1 on the road trip, winning over Arizona Christian, Benedictine, but losing to Ottawa University, Arizona, the 11th ranked Ottawa University Spirit, we should say. But then getting a 3-1 win over Defiance this past Tuesday night. So that's where we stand right now at 12-7 in the regular season, 7-3 in WHAC play. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech, looks a little bit like this. Again, they come in at 11-4 in the regular season. Coming off a win against Rochester Christian and Goshen, both in 3-0 sweeps, but got swept by Bethel, mind you, in an 0-3 effort back on the 27th. So again, something to keep in mind, this Blue Devil team, a little bit rusty. They've only played 1 match in a matter of, 3 weeks. compared to Indiana Tech. The Warriors have played 7 on top of that. They ruled the tip in time for Lawrence Tech. And so the Blue Devils quickly get it on the board to start. So it looks like it was maybe deflected off the Warriors, but indeed it was. Here's another swing. This one goes out of play. But this one also off the tip. So we're even at 1 apiece to start here in set number 1. Make it 1-1 here in the first. As Dylan Poor ready to come across. Poor 221 kills in the regular season. Poor able to swing this one down, up, and over. Able to reset it in time. Chance again. Swung down and got it to go. As Dylan Poor able to get the jump swing in time. And the Warriors already on a quick 2-0 run here in this all-important WHAC matchup. He brings it over. End of the net. So the net violation going to go against Indiana Tech, and we are 2-2. Mario C now ready to bring it across. Seed, the senior from Barcelona. Sails it across, dug out by Cold, received by Cold. A nice pitch from Gieske, able to get the deflection up and in. As Gamero, I beg your pardon, able to get the swing up in time. And just like that, the Warriors on top to make it 3-2 here in set number 1. Had another dig down, up and in. And so the Warriors off to a quick start to make it 4-2 here in set number 1. They're on a 4-1 run to start here in the first. Another push up the middle, this time coming in from Coupons. Coupons not able to connect in the inside, and the Blue Devils stop the run for the moment. 4-3 advantage of IT. Zachary Masul now ready to bring it across. Masul, the native from Mississauga, Ontario. Able to lob this up inside. A nice swing tip in and ready to go for Camaro. Or Gieske now ready to go. So Gieske able to get the big swing, make it 5-3, advantage of the Warriors here in set number 1. You have the feeling this is going to be one of those matches that could take a little bit here tonight, so strap in if you're watching. As 2K gets that, or I beg your pardon, number 8. Jensen Urish gets us into the net to make it 5-4. Lippman able to get this across. Block tipped up and in. Zach Carnes able to get the swing tip in time to make it a 2-point game. 6-4 advantage of your Warriors here in set number 1. They go down to 2K. Christian Calder ready to bring it across. He's led the team in aces this season. That's received by Coupons. Deflection inside, not going to matter. A point back on the board for IT. As they call it an air ball on the board. And just like that, the Warriors up 3, 7-4 here in the first. Can 2K continue the run? He swings it out of play. Machado now ready to bring it across as 2K swings it out of play to make it 7-5. The Blue Devils looking for an opportunity to try to get things a little bit closer. Raises off the net, received by IT. Brought down from Poor. Poor, another swing. High tip, this one down, up, and the inside, up and in. That's Pedro Aguilar able to get the point on the board to make it 7-6. An advantage of IT, but the Warriors certainly now trying to ride a little bit of extra momentum as they trail by 1. And you knew that this was going to be a matchup that was going to be close on paper the entire time. It has certainly lived up to the hype. A little deflection inside the net, back on the board for IT. Make it 8-6. Warriors with the 2-up advantage. We're in the early stages here of set number 1. Chance up coming for Owen Elliott. Elliott gets it down the middle. Another push, this one run up off the net, still kept live. No whistle, they say play on. This one down low and in time. No touch called. Off the hands of number 19 in Mario Sid. So Sid gets the quick point to make it 8-7. But we'll look to see if this is going to be challenged. It indeed will be challenged, as they will look to see if there was maybe an extra hand in the way for Lawrence Tech. But again, the challenge is they have played kind to Coach Jordan Rosenberg and company, so we'll look to see how this is going to be ruled from our officiating crew here tonight. Again, hard to believe we're over halfway through the season. Hard to believe that we're only 3 weeks away from the postseason. As your Warriors, again, trying to get a good opportunity to try to host a home game. We'll need some other things to happen to try to host the playoffs. But Bethel right now, 10-0 in WAC play. And Lourdes coming in at 10-1. But the Warriors trying to get in the 3 seed if they can. So discussion going over with Jordan Rosenberg. It looks like he doesn't agree with it. Looks like a hand was up on him. So we'll look to get the official ruling. And it will go back to Lawrence Tech. Actually, we're going to get another explanation now from the coach. But it's going to stay with Lawrence Tech no matter what. 8-7. So it had to be a run into the net on why this was the point that it was. Here's Volkov. Volkov taking his time. Lobs it up down low. Nearly an ace opportunity. Nice save again coming in from Camaro. But doesn't matter as the big swing again coming in from number 19 and Mario Sid. As Sid able to get the point, we are even at 8 apiece here in set number 1. Another push across. This one brought down from Poor, able to get the deflection on the board, up and in. As Dylan Poor does a great job of at least finding the low angles as well as he can to make it a 9-8 game here in set number 1. Bosley throws it up. This one down low. A little miscommunication, but nonetheless going to benefit the Warriors. To make it 10-8, advantage of IT. So the Warriors doing a great job of continuing the momentum in their direction. Will it continue? We shall see. Another block up front, this time with the hands of number 20 and Logan Gieske, the senior opposite hitter. They're able to jump up and shut it down. And Gieske now able to make it 11-8 here in the first. Another swing across. This one going to be a battle of the net. Tipped up, brought down. High push again coming in from Poor. Poor again able to settle it again one more time. Go for the reset again. This one off the hands of Romero able to get the deflection off the hands of that School. And the Warriors now want a 4-0 run here in set number 1 to make it 12-8 here in the first. And another chance upcoming for Nolan Bosley. He is trying to continue his run to bring it up and across. Senior from Indianapolis. Bosley. Received by Coupons. This one ducked down and in time for LT. So that stops the run for the moment, but nonetheless, Indiana Tech able to go on a quick 4-0 run to make it 12-9 before the previous point. So can Lawrence Tech find a way to do the same thing? We'll find out. They're able to get the deflection off the hands of Polar once more, and he just has an uncanny ability to continue to find those digs across and able to force the deflections at the top and the bottom line. They got a 4-point game, 13-9 here in the first. And again, Lawrence Tech, only their second game in 3 weeks, second match in 3 weeks. The Warriors have played 7. So whether it be fatigue or experience, could be the difference here tonight. But nonetheless, 13-10 here in set number 1, and we think we have a great match in line for you here tonight. Here's Mario Sid. Sid gets this received by Romero. Another push again. Brought back from Poor. Looks up over to Rosno. Rosno trying to get the deflection. This one still saved in time and passed over by Lawrence Tech. Another push. 2K gets it up and in. He gets the deflection off Lipman, and it's 14-10 Warriors here in the first. So 2K, the Danish Delight, continuing to get points on the board as the Warriors lead by 4. Now bringing it over, it's number 21 in to Kai Peterson in the match. That's going to be an ace. Peterson gets it in time for the tip, and the Warriors up 5. And again, the advantage that the Warriors here have at the Schaefer Center is certainly something to not sneeze at. They do a great job of trying to create a home court advantage. Of course, we say that. And a big swing in time for Lawrence Tech, this time off number 5. And Gustavo Machado able to get this one on the board. Now School now ready to bring it over, 15-11. IT with the lead. Here's our School. Up the middle. Swing, deflection in time, up and in. Kieske able to get the deflection on the board. And the Warriors now with their largest lead of the night at 5, 16-11 here in set number 1. Jensen Urish now ready to bring it across. Urish just a little short. So chance for the Blue Devils to reset. Again, far from out of it, 16-12 here in the first. And a chance now coming in once more for number 6, Noah Lipman. Lipman gets it up the middle. This one going to be a sneak deflection across. And a block again, this time again for IT. Zach Carnes able to get the big block up front. And the Warriors back up 5. And 2K again ready to bring it across. As the Warriors up 5, 17-12 against the number 13 team in the country. 2K goes back row. Tries to connect on the reception and the serve from Machado. Another push from Poor. This one deflected up the middle. One-hander, nice save from Carnes. But a set-piece play upcoming. And still kept live. A great save again coming in from Rosno, but not going to matter. As Gustavo Machado eventually able to shut it down. The Warriors back to a 4-point advantage for the Blue Devils, certainly not giving up. And a 17-13 affair. And an ace. And so the Warriors up by as many as 5 at 1 point. Now trim it down to make it 17-14 here in set number 1. Another push again for Machado. Machado sails it out of the box and back on the board for IT. So a little more breathing room for the Warriors to make it 18-14 here in set number 1 as IT trying to play spoiler for the Blue Devils, a team that has had their number, but again, with the Blue Devils losing a lot of experience on the back line, the Warriors gaining a little bit more in the back line as well. So, will that make the difference? We shall see. This one deflected off the net, not going to matter. Back on the board for Lawrence Tech. 18-15, IT on top. Another push again from Murish. This one broken up front line. Now another opportunity. Carnes able to get inside the box and in. As Dylan Poor able to connect inside the box on the board. And the lead back to 4, 19-15. Chance again, deflected up the middle, set up by who else but Dylan Poor. Warriors up 5, 20-15 here in the first. Certainly far from over here in the first, but the Warriors doing a great job of commanding the front line as we get a whistle on the court to try to make sure that the balls are back in their rotation, and they are. So is number 3, Nolan Bosley. Bosley is a little low roller. Duck up again from Roseno, going to go out of play. And back on the board for Lawrence Tech. So a great swing across coming in from the hands of number 10 and Pedro Aguilar. As Aguilar now ready to bring it across. 20-16 here in the first. Push again and another block up front. This one coming from number 11 and Akeem Askul. The Ontario native able to get it on the board, and the Warriors now up by 3, 20-17. This one broken up, brought down, and in time. As Dylan Poor able to get it on the board to make it 21-17. Both teams 2 timeouts remaining. So it's going to feel certainly like a chess match. Not too many timeouts you're going to see between these two teams as they play very similar styles. Dylan Poor able to get this one up the middle. High swing, tip. Nice dig again from the inside of the hands of Klosser. This one broken up on the inside. Another swing. Klosser able to get the dig. Pushed again back to the hands of Aguilar. Aguilar able to get the point on the board. And a little bit of assistance from the hands of number 11 in Askul. So Askul able to get the quick point to make it a 3-point game, 21-18 here in the first. And you have the feeling this could be one of those tug-of-war matchups here tonight. Broken up, tipped, Cold, tries to deflect it, and forces the deflection. As Cold able to get it in time, and the deflection off the hands of number 11 and Akram Askul. And so the Warriors now up 4, 22-18 here in the first. Here's another push again on the inside. This one swung down and out of play. Out of play, swung off from Machado. And so the Warriors back up 5, 2 to go left here in the first. But not before a timeout called by Lawrence Tech. As we will step aside. 23-18, Warriors on top. Back in a moment. This is Indiana Tech men's volleyball.
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
We welcome you back. 23-18 here in set number 1. The Warriors up 5, trying to at least get the one-up advantage and put themselves in a good spot here. Nice swing across coming off of the hands of Peterson. As Peterson able to get the deflection in time, and just like that, the Warriors with a set point opportunity. Swing across again from Peterson. This one again, back row, dunk up from Peterson. Chance again, block, tips, kept, saved alive, and on the board! Oh my! And so the Warriors able to find a way to get the point on the board. And so the Warriors lead it 25-18. They win the first here in the first. We go to the second, up 7 here at the Schaefer Center. Warriors on top, 1-0. Back in a moment.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
We welcome you back inside the Schaefer Center. 25-18, the Warriors win set number 1 as they are trying to pull the home upset against number 13, Lawrence Tech. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. Taking a look at the first set summary as it stands right now. Indiana Tech has really done a great job of commanding the attack forward against Lawrence Tech in all aspects. 17-11 when it comes to kills, 31-24 when it comes to attacks, .516 to .292 when it comes to hitting percentage, 14-11 in assists, 2-1 in aces. So the Warriors have done a great job. However, Lawrence Tech, they do a great job when it comes to the defensive end. They lead in digs 9-8 as it stands right now. But the Warriors, again, win the first by 7. Can they keep the momentum in their direction? We shall see. Warriors going left to right on your screen. And a nice block deflection, but going to go out of play for Lawrence Tech to start set number 2. Again, last time these two teams met, back on February 17th, and it was a 1-3 affair, an advantage of Lawrence Tech as the Blue Devils were able to win it in 4. But Indiana Tech looking to try to pull away here and get the 1-up on the Blue Devils and hold that 3 spot again in the WHAC at least. Maybe more, depending if Bethel or Lords stub their toe at some point. 2K. Able to get this one up and over. Tip down. Nice one-hand save. Goes back row again. Now a chance for Lawrence Tech. This one swung up out of play. And it's the one thing we've noticed here today is that Lawrence Tech has had some very good commanding swings, but they've often gone out of the box. And with that, losing some very important points. Warriors up 2-1 here in set number 2. Push again for Poor into the net, and we play on. 2-2 here in the first. In the second, I beg your pardon, Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. Another push again, this one, 2K, blocked again up front from the Blue Devils. Cold again. Able to swing this one up across. This one blocked down. Duck up in the time for Coupons. Another swing push again from Aguilar. Battle at the net. Who's got it? It's the Warriors. And a big swing up and in time for Dylan Poor. As Poor was patient, waiting on the midline and able to get it to go back row to make it 3-2. And so kudos to Dylan Poor once again for abling to jump, get it up and over, and back out of play. And into the net it goes. Three 3 here in set number 2. Here's Mario Sid. Sid gets an ace. So the Blue Devils with their first lead since 1-0 in really both matches here tonight. And able to get the quick point back on the board to make it 4-3 here in set number 2. But into the net it goes, and back on the opposite side for Indiana Tech. Make it 4-4. So we see number 8, Jensen Yurish, ready to bring it across. Well, we can't show you that, but Jensen Yurish now brings it over. Deflection up and an ace. As Yurish gets this up and in time to make it 5-4 here in set number 2. The Warriors trying to find a way to get a little bit of a mid-set momentum, exactly what we saw here in the first. But the Blue Devils have a striking ability again up front. And from who else? The number 6, Noah Lippman. So we're even back at 5. 5-5 here in the second. Warriors won the first, 25-18. Can they continue to find a way to move forward? This one served across. Chance again, pushed down, and out of play. The Blue Devils again back on top, 6-5, and you knew this was going to be a battle one way or another. Has certainly lived up to that hype as it stands right now. Here's Oscool. Gets it up the middle, deflected, tipped, and in time. As Bosley able to get the handover up on the board, and we're even at 6. So again, no team is led by more than 2 here in the second, and with good reason. But can the Warriors find a way to try to find the deflection of the Blue Devils? They won't do it here. No Lippman ready to go. But into the net it goes, and we play on, 7-7. Owen Elliott now ready to bring it across. Elliott lobs it over. Duck up by Sid. Another high tip. This one still kept alive and in time. High push again from Camaro. Saved again in the back row from Lawrence Tech. Still kept in motion. Lifted by Poor. Blue Devils looking for the attack. It's off the hands of Machado, and Machado able to answer it right back. The Blue Devils again with the 1-up advantage, but not the 2-up. 8-7 here in set number 2. Here is Machado yet again. Received by Rosno. High swing from Poor, able to get to the back row, up and in. As Dylan Poor able to get the quick swing in time to make it 8-8 here in set number 2. Another push across coming from the Warriors. But another swing in time again once more from number 19 in Mario Sid. And Sid able to get it in time to make it 9-8, advantage of Lawrence Tech. This again, the second set, it's always been a struggle to find out who has the advantage of one over another. But it's been the story of deflections. Quick swings on the front line. Back and forth we go. Let's make it 9-9 here in set number 2. Here's Dylan Poor now. Poor. Able to get it up the middle. Chance again, pushed off, blocked. A nice block again from the hands of number 20 in Logan Kieske. And Gamero with some help on the front line too. Able to pour it down, up and in. And the lead now back to 1 for your Warriors. 10-9 here in set number 2. Here's Poor. They swing this again, back row. Chance again, push forward. Nice reset up the middle. 2K not able to get there in time, and we're even at 10. So the momentum quickly exiting the building for the moment, but still leave it at 10 here in set number 2. But a nice swing down, up and in, back for the Warriors to make it 11-10. And Pearson ready to go. But into the net it goes, and we play on. 11-11 here in set number 2. Mario Seed now ready to bring it across. Seed jumps into the net. Back on the board for IT. 12-11 Warriors with the advantage, but certainly have some work left to do. But Jensen Urish now ready to bring it inside. Urish sails it out of play, and we play on. 12-12. As we continue to go back and forth we go. No team really trying to find advantage over another, and even in terms of points, we haven't seen that so far here today. Another push again off the net, and back on the board for IT, 13-12. Zach Carnes able to get the quick swing back on the board, and the Warriors back up by 1. As it's been a tale of trading points, we haven't seen really one team command a lead over another here in this second set. It's really been a back and forth affair. But the Warriors trying to take advantage of home court advantage. That's going to be a swing back row, and going to get back on the board again for LT. So again, they just continue to trade points back and forth, but it does take 2 to get the W. Current leaders right now for Lawrence Tech. No surprise, number 6 in Gustavo Machado, going 6-12 right now, .417 on the board. Mario Sid, he's 5 of 11, 2 errors for Lawrence Tech. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, Dylan Poor leading the way. He's 9 of 15, no errors on the board. Logan Gieske, 6 of 12 with 1 error on the board, coming in at .517. Point back for your Warriors, make it 14-13 as it goes into the net. So again, IT really just trying to catch the Blue Devils when they least expect it. Again, interestingly enough, only 1 timeout has been taken on both sides, and that was coming from the coach for Lawrence Tech and Gustavo Rohidrick. His second year, we should say, as the leader for the Blue Devils. Tuck up the middle from Aguilar. This one, nice pick up and save. Served over across again from number 14 at Elliott. Nice block again up front line. Now they gotta go front line on the swing. This one tipped down, lift over, still kept live, and a deflection on the board. Nolan Bosley couldn't get credit for the kill, and the Warriors up 2. 15-13 here in set number 2. But this one going to be swung down, and you would have expected it from Yigar Yokov, the Kazakhstan native, getting the point on the board. The lead back to 1 for IT, 15-14 here in set number 2. But what a matchup it's been so far. Here's another push again. This time Camaro gets it up and in. Ben Rosno gets it up and in, I beg your pardon. As he's able to get the deflection in the tip, it's been the bread and butter from what we've seen from Jordan Rosenberg and company. As they play the back and the front line so well, at least just edge those middle fronts as much as they can. Lawrence Tech trying to do the same thing right now too. That's the swing in time for Yigar Yolkov. And the intensity slows down for a moment. Make it 16-15 here in set number 2. The Warriors won the first 25-18. They lead by 1 here in the second. They will left nothing more than try to go up 2-0 against their rivals from Michigan. And certainly a big part of that again from number 25. Who else? Logan Gamaro on the board. As Gamaro able to get the big swing in time, and the Warriors back up to the 2-up advantage late here in the second, 17-15. With Dylan Poor again leading the way. Poor serves it up and over. This one picked up in time. Nice swing, tip in up inside. Given in from Akram Askul. As Askul able to get the quick swing. And we're back down to a 1-point advantage, 17-16 here in set number 2. And you have the feeling this could be a back and forth affair. The Warriors want anything but that. Certainly 2K doesn't want that here tonight. As Christian Cole able to edge the middle back of the Lawrence Tech zone to make it a 2-point advantage, 18-16 here in set number 2. And the run continuing now from Takai Peterson. Peterson, it's going to be received again. Block tipped up and in. Zach Carnes able to get the big block up front. And the Warriors up 3. 19-16 here in the second. No timeouts have been called. Peterson again goes mid-row on the reception. But another big swing again coming back from the Blue Devils. And this time from who else? And one of their leaders in Mario Cid, the senior from Barcelona. So Cid able to cut it down to 2, 19-17 here in the second. Warriors with the advantage, but still some work left to do. Light tip, deflection, into the net, on the board. As we take a look at that again one more time again. Well, let's go to the other replay real quick. As you can see, a hand inside the net against Lawrence Tech. Got a cost of the point. And the Warriors back up by 3. Late here in the second, 20-17. But another push again inside from Machado. Machado cuts it down to 2, 20-18. Keep in mind, the Warriors won the first set 25-18. But this has been one of the more evenly matches we've seen in a WAC play really over the past 5 seasons. This one deflected off Poor, and Lawrence Tech back within 1. School now ready to bring it across. It's the Utica High native. Received by Poor. They go for the reset. Down low to Urish. Another push. This one out of play. Some good heads-up play for IT. Gets them the 2-up advantage. 21-19. Late stages here of set number 2. As time permits, we'll get you updated on some of the other games going on across the WHAC. But we know tonight It has certainly been a back and forth effort here tonight. Will it continue? We shall see. Cold, able to get this one up the middle. This one down low, dunked in time. From the hands of number 3, Pak Coupens. As Coupens able to get this one back on the board. And a 1-point game, 21-20. Swing across again from IT. Light lift. Dug up from Coupens. Deflection, tip on the board. We are even back at 21. So the Blue Devils, credit to them for getting a way to get back on the board. And we're even at 21. It's the Blue Devils trying to even it up at 1 game apiece. They go up the middle to Urish. Set this up high to Poor, able to get the deflection up and in. Off the shoulder on the front line on the opposite hitter. And the Warriors go up by 1, an all-important one, we should say. 22-21, late here in the second. Here's Owen Elliott now, ready to sail this one across. Elliott goes mid-row, connects over with Coupens. Deflection, out of play. And so the Warriors have done a great job of forcing the deflections, but also kind of throwing off the middle game plan of what we've seen from Lawrence Tech here tonight by forcing the upper and bottom lines in the mid on the front here tonight. Can that continue? We shall see. Here's Elliott. As Elliott sails it wide. 23-22. IT up 1. Indiana Tech trying to go up 2-0 against a very good Lawrence Tech team, number 13 in the country. Push again from Machado. Another swing. This one broken up off the hand and deflected off Coupons. And Polar able to get the point on the board. 24-22. As Nolan Bosley able to sail it up. Bosley gets this one up and across. Tipped down, deflected, and we play on. It's off the hands of Mario Sid. And so Tech's going to have to do it on defense if they want a chance to do it. As Tech will take a timeout, we'll take it with them. 24-23, Warriors trying to go up 2-1. Back in a moment.
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Tech going to have to do it on defense here. Igor Volkov sails this right to left into the net, and the Warriors go up 2-0. An all-important second set victory for IT, and they continue to try to charge the momentum in their direction. as they lead it 2-0. Your score 25-18, 25-23. IT continuing to try to find a way to push forward. Back in a moment. This is Indiana Tech men's volleyball on the Indiana Tech Digital Network.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students, teaching the students the theory that they needed and also the practical applications.
Very practically what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and biomedical engineering. ABET is the top accrediting board for engineering in the United States and probably in the world.
Another thing that is a very different approach at Indiana Tech, I think, that some other universities, is we try and make sure they have a lot of lab experience in the engineering department. All engineering programs are going to have laboratory courses, but in our laboratory courses we try to get them not just exposure to measurements and exposure to some of the devices that you'll be used, but I like to actually assign projects that are, realistic projects.
Those projects, this project-based learning, help students to work together in a group and be hands-on with their the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out, there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved
We welcome you back inside the Schaefer Center. 2-0 advantage of the Warriors here in this all-important WHAC matchup. Reminder, we'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon for Senior Day here at the Schaefer Center as the Warriors will be taking on Rochester Christian, an all-important afternoon matchup. But a great opportunity for the Warriors, again, trying to get back on the board and try to at least extend the advantage for IT in the meantime as well. But in the meantime, we welcome you back inside. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us here from the Schaefer Center. It's been 3 weeks since we've last spoken, and yet both of these two teams tied at 7-3 in the WHAC. A win in this set from Lawrence Tech gives them another opportunity. A win here in this third set will give the Warriors a chance to try to at least even it up at 1-1 apiece. But the big swing again from Lawrence Tech. Again, we've seen this happen from set to set, time to time. From pulled coupons on the board. And so Lawrence Tech will strike first, 1-0. 25-18, 25-23. Warriors won the first two. Can they find a way to do a second? Right now, not looking great as the front line advantage has been playing to the advantage of the Blue Devils to make it 2-0 already to start here in this third set. But again, this is one of the great matchups that we've seen in WHAC play, as they've really just kind of gone back and forth with each other over the past couple of years. But in fact, for the Warriors, however, they've been on the losing end of it, as they've lost 5 in a row comparatively to Lawrence Tech. They won the first 7 consecutively, but then they lost the last 5. Can tonight be the way that they try to get back in the right direction? We shall see. Deflection. It's going to be off IT to make it 3-1. One thing to keep in mind, a lot of that in postseason play, they've been kind of the postseason killers for IT too, mind you. This one going to go way up and out of play. And so the Warriors with an opportunity to try to even it up. Previous matchups between the two. 2-3, 1-3, 0-3, 1-3, 1-3. 1-3 being the previous matchup back in Michigan earlier in February. Push up again, this one not going to matter. And so Lawrence Tech now trying to find a different edge here in set number 3. So they lead it by 2, 4-2. Again, the Warriors, they've done a good job of at least trying to command leads in their advantage, but slowing them down has certainly been a different story. 2K sails it out of play. 5-2, and now the Blue Devils on a quick run. So they lead by their largest advantage of the night so far. In fact, Lawrence Tech would argue to say that it is 6-0 in their advantage. Deflection up, this one in time for Camaro. So he's able to force the net push on the inside. As the last matchup in Southfield was actually lost by forfeit over Lawrence Tech. So the last true win, you have to go back to March 31st, 2023. And certainly Zach Carnes trying to make it happen here tonight with another big swing on the inside. And the lead back down to 1 for the Blue Devils. IT trying to combat it back. Little grazer on the front line. This one going to be a set piece. Blocked it in! Oh my! Gieske, Camaro, and Carnes find a way, and we're even at 5. Another push, this one still in time for Noah Lippman. And the Blue Devils still trying to find a way to pull away. 6-5 here in the third. But if the Warriors, again, trying to ride the home court advantage and doing a great job at speaking with one of the graduate assistants coming out of the timeout, is they're doing a great job of playing the front line so well here tonight and forcing the deflections in front of the refs. Can they continue that? We shall see. But it's been the deep corners and the big pushes we've seen tonight from LT. And a miscue in front for Alex Rosno, the senior. Surprising miss for him as it goes down to make it 7-5. So we play on. Blue Devils up to 7-5 here in the third. Another push again on the inside. This one tipped as Carnes able to force the deflection off the hands of Coupens. And the Warriors now down by everyone's favorite meme, 6-7. 1 point advantage for the Blue Devils. Warriors trying to even it up, trying to finish this in a sweep. As Urish gets this deflected up the middle. Out of the box, on the board. We're even at 7. even at 7 here in the second, and has certainly been an effort where IT is trying to continue to get those quick points on the board. But can they continue to do so? Urish has not been successful tonight when it comes to serves, however, in the interim. This is his second consecutive push inside the net. And Lawrence stacked back up by 1. The school now ready to bring it across. This one going to be deflected. Back even at Ocho's. Crushing Cold going to get credit for the kill to make it even at 8. Tonight's game presented by St. Joe Place. Live solo, live socially at St. Joe Place off St. Joe Road, just northwest of Stillhorn in Fort Wayne. And another push in the net going to go against 2K in the meantime. So LTU going to get another break to make it 9-8 here in the third. They trail the match 2-0. They're trying to force this to go the distance, but also to the Warriors. This feels like a different Warrior team than what we've seen previously. They have the veteran leadership, but still trying to figure each other out as another frontline push going to go against them to make it 10-8 here in the third. No Lippman now, ready to bring it over. Lippman graces this one up top. High swing, push, up and in for Dylan Poore. And Poore has had an outstanding night here tonight. But I feel like anytime we say that, that's a day that ends with Y. Poore right now 12-19, 1 error on the board for IT. The second closest attacker on the board, it's Logan Gieske, 7-15 with an error for himself. So Poore certainly doing more than his fair share as this one sails out of play. Even at 10 here in set number 3, and the Warriors trying to go for the sweep against their rivals from Southfield. Would be the first sweep they've had against the Blue Devils dating back to February 2023. Another push again on the inside. Light tip coming from the hands of Machado. High swing, deflected, up and in. Rosno on the board, and the Warriors counter back. They're on a 3-0 run here in the third. Timeout, Blue Devils. The Blue Devils will stop and think it over. We'll take it with them. 11-10, IT on top.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
11-10, the advantage. Our good friend Joe the photographer getting the best shots on the board for Indiana Tech. And if you want to continue to follow the Warriors, be sure to follow us on X at Indiana Tech. And to keep up with everything that you need to know about the Warriors, IndianaTechWarriors.com. Warriors right now going to rely on Sammy Lipinski, the Warren, Michigan native, able to sail this one up and over. This one received back with the hands of Aguilar. This one tipped again on the inside. Now another push. Poore trying to connect in the interim, but the Blue Devils snuffed that out immediately. This one going to be deflected way out of play, and we're back even at Once. Well, again, tomorrow, Senior Day here at the Schaefer Center. as the Warriors will welcome in the Rochester Christian. We'll welcome in the Rochester Christian Redhawks. That'll be a 2 p.m. start time. Rochester Christian looking for their first win of the season. That'll be a 2 p.m. start time right here at the Schaefer Center. Well, the Warriors certainly would love to get a win here to try to have third place nearly all but assured in their spot for the moment. Deflection off the net. Deflection, nice save from Murish. They go for the reset again once more. Another push. This one way out of play. Off the hands of Mario Sid. And no mushroom for Mario here, but on the board for IT to make it 12-11. Back row swing again, upcoming. Another out-of-play swing. As they go back-to-back swings, but it looks like, of course, Gustavo Hendrick got to take a look at it again, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And we'll take it with him, 12-11. Tech is rolled the point for now. Will it stay? We'll find out when you come back.
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
We welcome you back. Ruling on the court right now is that Lawrence Tech is looking for a tip against IT. But it looks like he didn't find it. So IT going to regain the point on the board. As they go up by 2, 13-11. As they were looking for the tip but could not find it. On the previous swing that went out of the box, but nonetheless the Warriors now up 13-11 here in set number 3. They lead the match 2-0. Would not be an upset for the Warriors by any stretch, and not an upset by any stretch in the NAIA, but a chance to get a win over a top 15 team. More importantly, a conference rival that he haven't beaten in 3 years. Certainly nothing to sneeze at. They're trying to get ever so closer to doing that. But a deflection off the board, thanks to Volkov. Will at least give the Blue Devils a chance to try to even it up at 13 and try to make this go beyond 3. 13-12. Here's Volkov. Gets it inside the middle. Reset play, deflection inside, but back on the board. It's a short serve. Really just kind of a short assist served up by IT, and we're even at 13. Here in the third, the Blue Devils now trying to battle back. Here's Volkov. Volkov out of play. (14-13) advantage of IT. As the Warriors not only looking for their first win against Lawrence Tech in 3 years, but also potentially looking for their first sweep against the Warriors in quite some time. Here's another push again on the inside. This one broke it up. 2K swings it down and in. Christian Cold able to get the jumper on the board. And the Warriors up 2. As Colt certainly making a case for your Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game, but we'll have to wait to award that whenever this one is over. Deflection out of play, saved in time from Aguilar. Now another reset again. This one banks it in! Logan Gamero on the board! As Gamero able to get the swing, and the Warriors up 3. And the man who's led the way in points tonight, Dylan Poor. That's going to be received by Coupons. Another swing. This one blocked, tip deflected. Who else? Gieske, Camaro, timeout, Lawrence Tech. Back in a moment.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
(17-13) advantage of the Warriors here in set number 3. As the Warriors trying to do something they haven't done in quite some time. Not only beat the Blue Devils, but sweep them. They won the first 25-18, 25-23. They're on a 4-0 run as it stands right now. So you have to think something has to give for the moment, but nonetheless, we'll have to look and see how it goes. Lawrence Tech, they are out of timeouts. Last time the Warriors wanted to sweep, right here at the Schaefer Center on February 19th, as this one's inside and in! And an ace for Dylan Poor! Of course, that is going to be challenged, as it was a close swing on the inside. We won't award them the point yet, but Poor had a great look on the inside to try to get the point on the board, but they'll take a look at it. Well, again tomorrow, more boys volleyball for you right here from the Schaefer Center as the Warriors will try to get up on another advantage of Lawrence Tech. If they can win this tonight, they go to 8-3 in WAC play. Lawrence Tech goes down to 7-4. They'll take on Rochester Christian, yet to win a game this season for Senior Day. We'll have the Senior Day ceremonies too, by the way, in their entirety right here on the Indiana Tech Digital Network. But my goodness, if they can take a weekend sweep, this will make a difference for them to at least get them in firm position, but also, too, upsetting a top 15 opponent. Looking at the eyes of the national polls could certainly be helpful for this Tech squad, and a Tech team that has been rebuilt from the ground up, but we're starting to see the key players, again, really continue to shine on, but more importantly, it's the seniors. And Dylan Poor, Nolan Bosley, been a great senior leader on the season. But the sophomores, too, keep in mind, have continued to lead the way. And Christian Cole and Zach Carnes. So a good mix of leadership for Coach Jordan Rosenberg and company. The question is, does this ball stay in play to go up by 5? Right now the score stands 17-13. If the swing still stands in the box, it'll be 18-13. If it doesn't, we go back down to a 3-point advantage. So as we continue to wait on the scoring. Also, more Tech action coming up for you later this weekend here on the Indiana Tech Digital Network. So we're waiting on the ruling now from our official. It's out of play. Not terribly surprising. It looked a little off the mark from our standpoint, but nonetheless could still be a case. Tomorrow, a baseball doubleheader as Clary takes on the Warriors right here at Indiana Tech. And UM Dearborn and men's lacrosse coming to Warrior Athletic Field as both of those start at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Boys volleyball, we start this at 2 p.m. Men's volleyball, we start this at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Here from the Schaefer Center on the Indiana Tech Digital Network. Here's a swing, dunk tip, nice save again coming in from Coopens. Another push again on the inside. This one broken up, deflected. Nice save again from Sid. Sid looks to drive it down, deflected out of play. And that's exactly the point that they were looking for, exactly the point that they needed. We're down to a 2-point game. 17-15 here in set number 3. As the Warriors trying to go for the sweep and the first win over the Blue Devils in 3 years. Deflection again from 2K. This one kept live for Sid. Blocked again! This time from Logan Gamero. Gamero and Gieske, the double G's, continuing to block it up front. And the Warriors up 3 here in the third. They lead it 2-0. Push again from Poor. Back row reception. Deflection, that's way out of play. School was trying to go for that back row line, could not get it to land. And the Warriors up 4, 19-15 here in set number 3. Poor able to swing this one up and over. Chance again, this one deflected off the hand, and we play on. 3-point advantage for IT, 19-16. They're trying to play spoiler to number 13 in the country. And looking at the schedule for IT, it would only be their second top 10 win, or top 15 win of the season, mind you. So this one goes under the net. As the lone top 15 win of the season came back against Benedictine Mesa, top 10 really. As they won that in straight sets to start the season back on January 24th. They got close with Bethel, lost it in 5. Lost to the same Lawrence Tech team at one time, number 6 in the country, 1-3. Deflection up to Cold. Another lift on the inside. Batted up, nice save again. Bosley resets it again once more. Who's got it? It's Cold, but blocked again up front from School. School trying to extend the match, and he does. Off a big jumper in the front to make it 20-17 here in the third. School able to get it in time. The Warriors started their season with a top 15 victory, but have been 0-4 since. Can they find a way to reverse the trend here? Urish able to get the swing. Cold, deflected again. This is going to be a set-piece play. Who's got it? Poor, deflected again from School. Another swing tip off the front line, saved by Cold. Cold again. Looks, block tip, Carnes tries to get it up inside. They go back to 2K. 2K, that's going to be off the tweeter. And Lawrence Tech battling their way back as they lead it, as they trail by 2 now, 20-18. And so the Blue Devils certainly far from out of it. Here's School. Able to sail this up from the inside. Cole deflected it. Cold was not on target. As Cold could not be on target in time. And the Blue Devils now on a 3-0 run, trying to even it up at 20. School able to get it up on the inside. 2K block tipped up and in. And Lawrence Tech has found a way to even it up at 20 apiece. Here in set number 3 and trying to extend this to a 4th. School now the middle blocker, ready to sail this one up and over. Into the net, Warriors get a break. 21-20, but they're gonna have to push all gas, no brakes. We've seen this team get so close to glory, but relaxing a little bit in times when it matters. This is not a time to relax right now. And certainly for the Danish Delight and Christian Cold, gotta find a way here. Received by Sid. This one, block tipped up and in. Carnes able to get the quick tip, and the Warriors back up with a 2-0 advantage. And yet there is no one better behind the line than Christian Cold when it comes to getting you in serving position. 30 aces committed to tonight's game. Swing and set piece going to be set. They got a battle for it. Urish going to go for the pass over. Set piece play upcoming for LT, and certainly meant to be, as Pedro Aguilar are able to get this one up in a time. 22-21. So the Warriors still with a 1-up advantage, but it takes 2. But you cannot rely on the miscommunication. Able to get this one up top. Poor. Deflected on the board. They get it off the libero in Coupons. And a 2-up advantage. 2 up in the match. Can they find a way? Here's Helmut Elliott. Elliott swings this mid-row. Set piece swing, dug out from Elliott. That was going to be all but in. As the top line again has continued to really show some strong points tonight for this Lawrence Tech team. This time coming in from Pedro Aguilar again once more. So a 1-point set, 23-22. Here's Machado. Down low. Another push again. Rosno. They go for the left. Interesting move. Deflected. Gets it off the tip and on the board. And we're even at 23. Duck out by Urish. Chance again from Poor. Deflected again from the back row. Another chance. Block tipped it in! Dylan Poor finds a way! Match point here in Fort Wayne! And Nolan Bosley looking for a chance. As they're discussing it, waiting for the ruling, but still stays live. Bosley gets a chance. Swung on, deflected. Nice pickup again. It's Poor off the hand, still kept live. Another chance, Poor deflected again up the middle. Warriors just need one. Save again. This one, another push again. Set piece play. Poor wins it! And the demons have been exorcised! As the Warriors win it in straight sets for the first time over the Blue Devils in 3 years. As they move to 8-3, an important 8-3. As they win it in straight sets in what has been a great match here tonight, but nonetheless, what a win! And the first win for Jordan Rosenberg over these Blue Devils here tonight. And you can see the Warriors celebrating on the upper corner of your screen. They win it 25-18, and in second and third, 25-23, 25-23. A win that they absolutely needed and is absolutely deserved here tonight. And they did it off multiple players, but nonetheless, then your player of the game tonight, and Dylan Poor, carried the team on his shoulders, 14-29, 2 errors, and 2 blocks assisted on the board, but credit to others in the meantime too, especially in Logan Ginsky and Logan Gamero, commanding the front lines on blocks assisted, both going 1 solo, 3 blocks assisted in the meantime. But nonetheless, the Warriors finally take down their rivals in Lawrence Tech as the 6th match winning